Storytelling is a cultural form that has been used universally for millennia, capturing the capacity of language, be it oral or written, to prompt meaningful conversations mediated by the responder and the composer. Likewise, its crucial role is ultimately underlined by its ability to entertain, persuade, and educate its intended audience. Tom Tykwer, a German director and producer, experimented with multimedia in an attempt to beguile the viewer's attention. Run Lola Run is a great example of the way he's used these mentioned features to inspire thoughts of existentialism and exploring cause, effect, time limits, determinism, control, and how they're analogous to life. Tykwer utilizes dominoes as a motive for cause and effect, exploring how one minor change can affect the overall turnout of someone or something. This is presented through a zooming shot that focuses on a TV, displaying a long shot of dominoes rapidly falling down to urgent, non-diegetic music. The dominoes falling down to the sound of urgent, non-diegetic music foreshadows how Lola's actions are fateful, proposing that humanity has the ability to dictate change over the course of our lives with the seemingly meaningless actions we take, whether that be the delay of a few seconds or a few words. The director employs temporal distortion in the intercut montages in order to emphasize the connection between cause and effect in a more compelling manner. The audience is provided with rapid-fire glimpses into the future that has been predicted for a certain person. These glimpses show how a person's thoughts and deeds may influence their self-perceived fate and have a domino effect. As a consequence, the viewer is reminded to proceed with prudence in relation to the decisions they make. The notion of time is used to lay emphasis on the inevitability of mortality, in addition to the immobilizing consequences that morality has on the psyche of humans. This is well communicated by Tykwer via the structural repetition of clock imagery, such as the grandfather clock, which is reinforced by a low-angle view to portray the ambiguous nature of time. In this way, Tykwer inspires the audience to make the most of their lives, which is pertinent in a society that is becoming more globalized and wider driven by mass materialism in the 21st century. Lola subverts the concept of time and uses it as a device to portray the ever-increasing unbridled desire that individuals have for a second chance. Tykwer's use of the tripartite narrative structure symbolizes the cyclical nature of life, as expressed in the epigraph, "After the game is before the game." This occurs when Lola begins to look forward to the next attempt after each failed sequence. This is something that Tykwer accomplishes on purpose in order to rekindle the audience's desire for a rewind button. Alternatively, within a repressive framework, the act of Lola running becomes a metaphor for her escaping the constraints that time places on her fate and her wanting to be in control. The tracking shot complements this, immersing the audience in her struggle against fate and evoking relatability with their own challenges with time. Lola's running is vital as it indicates to the audience that determination is essential to control, meaning that you cannot acquire something you genuinely desire without putting up a fight. Tykwer has implemented money to strongly represent control as one of the sole themes of the film. Inevitably, Tykwer depicts the dystopian form of her world crashing down at its crux, in Lola's failure to acquire enough money. Defiance against fate is made futile for Lola as the use of an arc shot captures her inevitable apprehension by the police. This is intensified by her desperate facial expression, raising philosophical questions about the importance of money from the audience, as it is significant in a society driven by hedonistic tenets. As a result, this highlights the value that money has established inside society, categorizing degrees of wealth and reinforcing a feeling of monetary need. Tom Tykwer's film Run Lola Run champions an existential lens to explore the philosophical and cinematic realms of cause, effect, time limits, determinism, and control, connecting with responders through the world as existentialism is relevant to the postmodern zeitgeist.